Friend 24 expects me 29 to wash dishes that... A really good friend 24 of mine expects me 29 to wash dishes that have sat piled up in his sink whenever I visit. These are not dishes I have used, but dishes and pots that have been piled up over several days. He recently got an apartment, and it's his first time living alone. I have visited several times, and we have made food together. I wash up our dishes and everything used when cooking as a sign of thanks, as he bought all the ingredients. But then he asks me to wash everything else that is in the sink. When I was over a few days ago, there was a pre-existing pile in the sink just like the other times. As I was finishing up from nowhere, he put out like a turkey pan and other big pans with congealed fat for me to wash. I balked and said he was going too far. Later, another one of his friends came over and my friend asked him to take out the trash. When his friend was leaving, he asked his friend to wash the pans that I refused to do. I intervened and said absolutely not. That is so rude. I asked him if he does this to all his friends, and he said yes. He makes all of his friends work. I asked him if he asks his girlfriend to wash dishes. He said he tried, but she said that she's always washed dishes at home for her family, so she's not about to do it for him. Law. I told him what he's doing is socially unacceptable behaviour. It's perfectly reasonable for guests to wash dishes they use themselves, but very rude to ask. I've never seen this behaviour from anyone in my life. I have had this friend over at my apartment countless times over the years and never once asked him to clean anything he used, let alone something like. What else can I say to him to make him stop this behaviour? I'm honestly embarrassed for him. Too long. Don't expect me to wash dishes I didn't use. It seems he expects this of other friends too. Do I get him to stop? Stop going over and tell him why. He's a bad host. You don't want to visit him because he expects you to clean up after him. It's rude, and him being this much of a jerk seriously damages the friendship. So, for the sake of the friendship, you're not going over to his place until he changes his behaviour. I think you have explained this to him well enough. Just stop going over to cook with him. Emo, it's still rude to ask guests to wash up the dishes they've used. If you invite someone over, it's your responsibility to clean up. Sure, if they're good friends or whatever, then ask them to help you do it, but you don't ask them to do it while you sit on your ass because you bought the ingredients. Stop visiting him. Either he comes to visit you, or you don't see each other.